More than a year after Wall Street's financial collapse plunged the world into the worst recession in decades, the U.S. Congress is finally beginning debate on financial industry reforms. The legislation would create a Consumer Financial Protection Agency, give regulatory agencies formal authority to dismantle failed financial megacorporations like the AIG Insurance Company, and permit regulators to break up even healthy banks that are so big they pose a risk to the financial system. President Barack Obama supports the measure.
We'll set and enforce clear rules of the road, close loopholes in oversight, charge a new agency with protecting consumers, and address the dangerous systemic risks that brought us to the brink of disaster.
Banks that got taxpayer bailouts last year because they were considered too big to fail have only gotten bigger. Bank of America swallowed Merrill Lynch, Wells Fargo bought Wachovia, and J.P. Morgan Chase took over Bear Stearns. Analysts say those banks and other behemoths like Goldman Sachs could bring the financial system crashing down all over again.
Yes, I think it is possible and maybe even probable that in a much shorter cycle than you would expect, we're going to have this happen again.
Critics say the reform bill has been watered down under pressure from the banks. They want a clear order from Congress saying the existing big banks should be cut down to size.
The regulatory reform that's about to go through, unless it's amended, will let the too big to fail institutions remain too big, and no mandatory breaking up of the banks.
While Congress is moving slowly to tighten rules and regulations, the financial industry has lost no time in marshaling legions of lobbyists and spending millions of dollars to fight reform. So far this year, the financial industry has spent more than $340 million on lobbying, and that doesn't even include political donations to politicians and attack ads on TV.
They spend millions like it's pennies for you and me, and they spend their millions very effectively.
The American Bankers Association says the new measures would dry up credit, damage the economy, and hurt consumers.
Pay my credit card?
Obama will meet with heads of big banks on Monday and try to convince them not to oppose reforms. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Washington.